Hello students, now we are going to write a program to find the factorial of a number using for loop. Okay. So to begin with, let us understand what is the factorial of a number. Suppose you are given a number 5, then the factorial of 5 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and it is equal to 120. Similarly, the factorial of 4 is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. Okay. Factorial of 1 and factorial of 0, they are 1. So, in order to write a program for factorial of a number using for loop, first of all we need the number for which we want to calculate the factorial. Suppose that number is n and its value will be entered by the user. Okay. Now, if n is 5, then the for loop has to be repeated 5 times. 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Similarly, if it is 4, then the for loop has to be repeated 4 times. Okay. So, for we have to use the loop variable. So, I write int I. What should be the initial value of I? If it is 5 factorial, then initially you are starting with 5. If it is 4 factorial, you are starting with 4. So, if it is n factorial, you will start with n. Okay. Then, where should you stop? By looking at these examples, we can say that we should stop at 1. It means I should be greater than equal to 1. And should be increment or decrement? Here we are decrementing. So, I minus minus. Okay. And what should we do inside this loop? Inside this loop, we have to multiply the value of I with the value which is I minus 1. Okay. So, how should we write this? I multiplied with what? Before multiplication, let us take a variable res. Res means result here. Initially the result is 1. Okay. Initially the result is 1, and when inside the for loop we multiply the value of I with the result, what will happen? Suppose initially I equal to n and n is 5. Okay. So, I equal to 5. Initially I equal to 5. I greater than equal to 1, this condition is true. So, we will move on to execution part. What is execution part saying? It is saying that result equal to I into result. What is I? I is 5. Into result means into what is the initial value of result? It is 1. Okay. So, the answer is 5. So, we have got this. We have got this. Now, I minus minus. New value of I becomes 4. Okay. In the next iteration, I is equal to 4. The condition is true. Result is equal to I, that is 4 multiplied by result. What is result? It is 5. It is 5. So, 4 into 5, we have got 20. So, we have covered this part of calculation. Next, I minus minus. Now, I has become 3. So, in this iteration, condition is true. Result equal to I, that is 3 multiplied by result. What is the previous value of result? It is 20. So 3 into 20 is 60. Then I minus minus, now I has become 2. So in this iteration I is equal to 2, the condition is true, result equal to I, that is 2 multiplied by result, that is 60. So it is 120 now. Then I minus minus, I is now 1. So I is 1, the condition is true, result equal to I multiplied by 120, that is 120. Now I minus minus, I becomes 0. So here in the next iteration I is 0, the condition I greater than equal to 1 becomes false. So we come out of the loop. Okay. So this is how we can calculate the factorial of the number. And one thing to note here is that the iteration I equal to 1 does not change the result. Okay. So in the previous iteration the result was 120, and when you multiply it by 1 the result still remains 120. So it means that you can skip this step. If you change this condition to I greater than equal to 2, then also it will find out the factorial of the number correctly. Okay. So this step is not required. Okay. So now let us try to implement this program in code blocks. Okay, for this program, first of all, we need a number n, for which we will find out the factorial. Cout, enter a number, cin n. Now we have got the number. We can start the for loop. Int I is equal to n, I greater than equal to, although the multiplication is up to 1, but it does not make any difference if we multiply only up to 2. Okay. And decrement, here result is equal to result multiplied by I, and we have to initialize result here, result equal to 1 initially. Okay. Then after the for loop we will print out the factorial of n is RES. Okay. Return 0. Now let us try to run this. Does not name a type. Hash include does not name a type. There is an error. Sorry, I forgot hash. Okay, now run it again. Enter a number. Let us start with 5. The factorial of 5 is 120. Okay, let's try to run it again. Now I enter 4. The factorial of 4 is 24. Very good. Number 2. The factorial of 2 is 2. This is okay. Let's try to find out the factorial of 1. Factorial of 1 is 1. factorial of 7, it is 5040. Okay, factorial of 8, it is also doing good. Factorial of 9, good. 10, factorial of 20, suppose. Okay, it is giving us a negative value. Why is it giving us a negative value? Because the factorial of 20 is a very large number, and the variable which we have created to store the factorial of a number is an integer. Okay, so the range of integer is 2 raised to power 32 minus 1. So it is not able to hold very large numbers. If we want it to hold very large numbers, we will change it from int to long. Okay, now let's run it. Again it is giving us problem. It is not doing it correctly. Let us make it long. 20. Now it is giving us the correct result. Okay, so this is very important to take care of the data types. The data type should match with the size or range of data which you are going to use in your program. Okay.